Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to episode number 2 of the Los Angeles Angels rebuild here on MLB The Show 25. We begin the season in today's episode. We've got White Sox on opening day. We're going to get through probably the entirety of April and maybe even a little bit into May in this episode, so buckle up, it's going to be crazy. We might even make a trade or two in today's first episode. Well, first regular season episode. In the last one, we introduced the team, talked about my thoughts about the team, all that kind of good stuff. So if you want to go back and watch that, it's episode number 1 in the playlist. Link of the playlist is in the description of this video as well if you don't want to have to go back on the channel. But there's episode 1 there. Here in episode number 2, with the lineup the way that it is, where it's not very good, as you can see by the lack of high overall players on this squad. I talked about in the previous video that we might be trading away most of the roster. Everybody except for Mike Trout is basically a piece to be traded, is what I want to say. They're expendable. Especially a guy like Anthony Rendon. Now, it's going to be tricky to trade him because he's got such a massive contract at such a low overall. The only way that we're going to be able to get him off the roster is to package him with somebody that's a little bit more favorable, like maybe a playoff team who needs a starting pitcher. We could send Kikuchi, but package Rendon in that trade and maybe get a couple of guys for him or something. But that I don't think anybody's going to want Anthony Rendon other than if they're getting something else alongside it, because he's got a bad contract and he's a bad player. He's old and bad. So that's going to be pretty challenging to get through there. But as you can see by our player salaries, we're very expensive this year, but then it drops heavily every year after that. Now, obviously, that's going to change when I sign free agents and trade for other people. But for right now, after this season, we're looking pretty good for not paying anybody, except for Mike Trout. But Rendon, Kikuchi, probably gone. Soler, probably gone. Anderson, gone. Stevenson, probably gone. Jansen, gone. Taylor Ward, gone. Travis d'Arnaud, gone. This whole team is going to be different. This whole team is going to be absolutely different. How much are we going to get back in return for these guys? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. In the first episode, we kind of like did some feeling around, throwing the testing out the waters, throwing some bait, seeing who would bite. And there wasn't a lot of value for most of the guys that we were looking at. Kikuchi had an okay value. Soriano had okay value, but we weren't going to trade Soriano. Anderson has fine value. Taylor Ward, same kind of deal. They all have kind of the same value. So it's going to be tricky to try to piece it together. The most important part of season number 1 is to make sure that we hit on the draft. I don't know if I've ever done well in an MLB The Show draft. I've had guys that have been... Actually, I can't say that because in the Toronto Blue Jays series, I drafted a guy in that series, and I think it was season 1, that was unbelievably good. He was like an 80 right out the gates. He was phenomenal. He made the roster the very next year, I think. But in that series, he kind of got put on the back burner because it's all about the legends. And of course, my best draft pick ever would be in that series. That just makes sense. So I'm hoping that I can replicate that and get somebody really, really good in this series because we're going to need it. We are absolutely going to need it because we are getting put up against the wall by the management here in LA. They want us to reach the postseason as a yearly goal. Do you know what this team is? And then they want us to win the ALDS in these 3 seasons. That's going to be pretty tricky. We're going to be bad this year. And I'm going to be even worse because I'm going to be trading away a lot of guys. Can we be worse than the White Sox? I have absolutely no idea. But let's get moving here. Start simulating. Got to get that the games in Korea done, which are right here, I think. Okay, so we've moved on to actual opening day. The 27th. I'm very excited. Chicago White Sox in Chicago. They're bad as well. I don't know how they're going to be. Scouting should open up after we simulate to April, I would think, right? The first Sunday in April. This, actually, it's probably the 6th, now that I think about it. I don't remember when it opens up, but it should be opening up one of these 2 days, I would think. But we got to get through this series against the White Sox. We're going to have Kikuchi be our opening day starter. Jose Soriano, I got big plans for. I got big hopes for. I hope he really turns into something. He's got B potential. He's got an 80 overall already. He's only 26. As long as he can keep that ERA under 3.4, 3.3, if he can keep it around like a 3.2 or lower, then we're talking. We're talking big money for Jose Soriano. That's going to be pretty tricky to do, though. But this whole team is probably going to look different within the next couple of episodes. So I mentioned this in the first video, but if I'll say it again just in case you didn't watch at that point of the first video. If you're here for realism in a franchise mode, this is not the series for you. Realism, in my mind, does not exist. Realism is ironically not a real thing, because realism is only what you think would be realistic. Now, I can argue that cheating the system and maybe cheesing out the CPU, that's different, but realism doesn't exist. If you think some player would never get traded, that's just what you think. Because you ask anybody a couple months ago, Luka Doncic, does he get traded? No. You'd be stupid to trade Luka Doncic. And look what happened. So literally, I tweeted about this when the Luka Doncic trade happened. There's only ever one player in each sport that is completely and utterly untouchable. In football, it's Patrick Mahomes. In baseball, it's Shohei Ohtani. In basketball, it's LeBron James. There's only ever one person that is completely and utterly untouchable, somebody that you would not even pick up the phone and listen to them. But that's real life. In this game, it's a video game. Anything can happen. So if I want to trade for Shohei Ohtani, I'll do it. And I'll bring him back to Los Angeles. So I just wanted to keep that in mind. This is not a realistic series. None of my stuff is ever realistic because it's a video game. Why would I want to do realism when I just want to have fun and play a video game? So realism is not here. If you're looking for that, there's plenty of other channels for that. But if you're not, if you're just looking to have some fun and see some crazy stuff happen, then this is the series for you. So I just wanted to reiterate that in episode number 2, just in case you weren't around for episode number 1. But with all that being said, it's time to finally open up the season here with the Chicago White Sox. We're going to... I don't think I'm going to play the full game. We're just going to play maybe a quick manage type of game. I'll probably jump in to kind of get the atmosphere, and then we'll play the quick manage of it. So we're going on the road against the White Sox, who are bad. I mean, they were 41 and 121. That's just the worst. It's just so disgusting. You should be a AAA team with that type of record. We're going with Kikuchi as our opening day starter, and I think this is going to be the lineup that we roll out with for week number 1, or for game number 1. Moncada hitting 6. Hoppy playing center, or playing catcher and hitting 5th is fine. Yeah, I think this is going to be the order that we go with and the positions that people are playing for game number 1. But I'm going to get the atmosphere going for like opening day, all that kind of stuff. Baseball's back, and then we'll go into a quick manage type of situation. So I'll see you guys in there.
Going up against the Chicago White Sox. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby. So the Los Angeles Angels find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown?
You say forget all that, Boo. Block out the noise because the season is decided on the field, okay? So there's still talent on this roster, and if 1 or 2 players have big years, they could be right in the thick of the race.
That's a good point, Chris. Seems like every year we see at least one team unexpectedly make a run, and maybe this season they could be that team.
And
It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Chicago White Sox. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. About to get started here, and starting this one, Sean Burke.
There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters, and it's more of a chess match. But I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great.
So in now for the Angels.
Okay, here we are. We're going to go right to quick manage here on opening day. Let's see what happens. We got Rengifo up, so he's going to swing, and he gets a strikeout. I don't like the way that they changed the quick manage screen. I'm used to looking at it in the top of the screen, but now I got to look at it at the left. So Shawneel's up next. He gets a single. Trout with a flyout. That's unfortunate. And then a strikeout for whoever is after Trout. I don't remember. All right, Kikuchi. He walks the first pitcher of the season, or the first hitter of the season. Another walk, and a grand slam from Sosa. You got to be kidding me, Kikuchi. Really? Really? A grand slam to the White Sox? But 3 straight singles, not too bad. Moniak with a fielder's choice, and then a double play. This team is god-awful. Oh, we're bad. Oh, we are just the worst. Strikeout by Shawneel, and Trout gets out in a double play. You got to be kidding me, bro. A 3-run homer from Andrew Vaughn. If Andrew Vaughn is hitting home runs against us, man, we should just fold the season. Give up. Because Kikuchi's got an 18 ERA right now. And I'm half tempted to just pull him right now after 4 innings. I mean, this is just bad. Sean Burke, we're making him look like a Cy Young candidate right now. 2 runs scored on a Logan O'Hoppe double, though. Pinch runner, who'd they put in? They put Travis d'Arnaud in? No, they pinch run. I don't know who they put in. All right, Kikuchi, this is your last inning. I'm not going to let you go any further. We get a pitching change. Gus Varlin comes in, and he immediately gets 3 outs. All right, Kikuchi, you're done. you're done. Let's put in Chase Silseth. Just see what he's got. He's young. Maybe he's got something for us. No, he doesn't. He sucks. Okay. That was a bad experiment. 2-run homer from Trout, though. Finally, Mike. Finally do something. Silseth is bad. We're going to bring in Ben Joyce. He's also young. We'll see what he's got. Gus Varlin still in. No, they bring in Shane Smith now. And that is the game. We lose 10-4 on opening day to the Chicago White Sox. Oh, man. It's going to be a long season if that's how our games are going to go. That was brutal. Okay. But now we know O'Hoppe sustained a bruised rib during the game. Walk it off. Rub some dirt on it, man. Okay, that was ugly. But we've got a situation now. We are up 5-4, though. Jose Quijada, is it Quijada? I don't know how to say his name. He's in a bad situation. Bottom 8, 2 outs. You know what? First jump into the season, I'll do it. All right, let's see if we can grab the final out of the inning with Jose Quijada. I think as I'm saying his name right. I don't know. I shouldn't probably keep saying it if I don't know how to pronounce it. Ooh, but you gotta locate your pitches there, big dog. What are we doing here? It's Mike Tauchman. That's a grounder. Shawneel to first. Step on that bag, please. And he will. So we survive the inning. Don't allow any danger. And we hold on for the win. Our first win of the Angels series comes in game number 2. Trout had another home run. That's back-to-back games. And Rengifo had a home run. I'll take it. Austin Slater hit one for the White Sox. I'll take that, but that's injury number 1. O'Hoppe's back. That is win number 1. And another one. We win 2 games out of the 3 against Chicago. W's. We beat the Cardinals as well. We sweep the Cardinals? Oh my God, we are back. Playoffs, here we come. We lose to the guard, and we're back. We suck again. But scouting is opened, which is super, super important. Our positional needs, we need everything. Except for a right fielder because of Trout. Okay, so our number one priority... Oh, we don't have good scouts. I probably should have looked at our scouts before scouting opened. I'll have to remember that for next season. Because these scouts be doo-doo. We might have to have this guy just discover new positions, discover new prospects, because he's got a 93 in discovery. You need to discover pitchers in the East. Sure, why not? That's going to be... Actually, you know what? That's not priority number one. Never mind. Cancel scouting assignment. That's going to be like priority number 3. We are going to do position players for him. So let's see. We pick at round 1, pick number 2. That's huge. I don't know if I've ever had a pick that high. Maybe I have. I can't remember. But we've got a chance to be really, really good this year with a pick. I cannot miss on it. So we've got Brian Zavala from Venezuela. He's 5'11". Again, with these small players, why can't we just have guys that are tall? Most Major League players are bigger than this. Not everybody is like 5'9", 5'10". Okay, so Brian Zavala seems to be rank 1, pick 1. Do we want to have him as the scout? He's a shortstop. He's got potential to be unbelievable. I mean, we might as well scout him since we have pick number 2. And then this guy also scouts position players. Unfortunately, the second best player in the class is a pitcher. But then we've got Felix Cordero. I'm looking for a guy that has an unbelievable bat. That's what I'm looking for. Because too many times there are prospects that come into the league that just don't have a bat. And this guy right here, Nick Good from Canada. He's from Canada. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of prospect I want to find. He's also 6'2". And then we're going to have this be the prospects, discover new prospects. Okay, so we're looking at the number 1 player in the class and then the number 8 player in the class. Hopefully, Nick Good actually ends up being really good. We're going to advance that, finalize it, and we will move on to the next scouting week, which is against Houston, or the day that we play Houston. We got swept by the Guardians, and oh my God, we're losing to the Rays. Okay. Things are getting a little bit out of hand here. We are 6-6. I can't believe we swept it. How bad are the Cardinals? They're the same record as us. And now we play Houston, and we lose 2 straight to Houston, which is a division rival. The A's are somehow worse than us. Well, not somehow. They are a god-awful franchise as well. Okay, so we've got up to 80% on Brian Zavala. I think I'm going to swap him and Nick Good. His bat actually is not as good as it could have been. Can I change prospect? Hold on, let me change him first. So this guy is a good at scouting position guys, but we probably need to scout some pitchers as well. We're going to need pitching. So we're going to put him there. We're going to change prospects, and we're going to put in Nick Good, wherever he's at. Oh, I got to go to recently scouted. There we go. He was what was he? Recently scouted. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. He's in regular scouted. I want to make him the priority, so I want to know exactly how good he is. He's not going to be fast, but he's a first baseman / third baseman. They're never that fast. I just hope his power stays around where it is. This guy's actually from Oregon. He is the second best player ranked in Major League Baseball. But he's getting scouted by a guy that's not known to scout pitchers, so I'm a little bit worried about that. We're going to edit this and go to the international. We're going to go international for pitchers then. We'll finalize that. And we'll keep moving along. Are we going to have another jump-in situation? There we go. Ben Joyce on the mound. Tough spot. Bases loaded for Jacques Peterson. Bottom 7, 2 outs. We'll jump in here and see if we can help Ben Joyce get out of this little bit of a pickle he's in. All right, Ben. You're young. I need you to develop. So this is good XP potentially for you. Good development. And Jacques is hitting 100. Oh, he's with runners in scoring position. He sucks. He's booty cheeks. We're going to strike him out with ease. The sinker down low. He gets a piece of it, and it's going to be extra bases for the Rangers. I shouldn't have sent the sinker down low. It's a bases clearing double, and the Rangers have three runs. That's not good. Oh, no. My bad. Me bad. Josh Young. Is he going to be able to clear the bases as well? Oh, the circle changed just on the outside. He's hitting 214 with runners in scoring position. There we go. He swung after the slider. I threw the sinker with Jock, and he hit it for a 3-run triple. There we go. Good play. Is that Taylor Ward? No, it's not Taylor Ward. Who is that? I don't even know. Who cares? I don't know my own team. Okay, return to simulating. Kenley Jansen. We've somehow taken the lead. We had 4 in the 8th. Oh, I just noticed that we had some things pop up there. I didn't even see it. But it's the second man for the Rangers, Ezekiel Duran. He's got runners on first and second with 2 outs. Bottom 8. Come on, Kenley. We've got you here for a reason. The slider to Moncada. Yoan gets us out of that. Good job. Good job. That should be the win, right? If we can hold on. Oh, no. We got to go bottom 9. Nobody out for the Burger Man. Oh, man. He is a thick boy. I didn't even realize he was in Texas this year. I thought he was still in Miami. Jake Berger to the plate. 1 on. Nobody out. Bottom 9. Rangers can walk it off with 1 swing of the bat. Here comes the slider, and that's the 1 swing I was looking for. Strike 3 on Jake, and the Burger Man goes down. But now we got Jacques up again, and he has the 3 RBI double. How is that not called strike 1? I don't know. Ooh, Kenley, what are we doing there? Let's locate the ball here. There we go. That's good, but he's gonna go 22 speed. Oh, Hoppy! Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? First off, a bad pitch from Kenley, muffed by Logan O'Hoppe, and he can't get the runner out with 22 speed going from first to second. 2-2 count, slider down low, swing, and he just gets it foul. Wow. That was real risky right there. And the cutter gets him inside, pinches him a little bit. He does move the runner to third, but he sacrifices the out. So we go up with Josh Young. And there's 1 out, but the tying run is on third. This is a big spot for our closer. Oh, I got to get the benefit of the doubt there. I just got to. We're going to pitch him so far away that it's not even funny. He swings and misses on the cutter. 1 more swing, and we survive this ball game. Here we go. Slider. Got him. Strike 3. Froze him. Kenley Jansen with the save. That's what I'm talking about. Big dog. That's a huge win. Good job, Kenley. Tough spot to be put in, I'll admit. Maybe I put us in that spot. Maybe I didn't. You'll never know. But Mike Trout had 2 doubles. Moncada hit a home run. Noda hit a home run. And Joe Adell hit a home run. So that's a big 8th inning because I'm assuming all that happened in the 8th. That's a big win, but we only get 1 win out of the series. Now we have a situation, first time at the plate. We've got Camilo Duvall on the mound. It's the bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Runners on first and second for Logan O'Hoppe. Let's go swing the bat around a little bit. All right, here we go. First time at home as well. We were on the road in Arlington, and then obviously our opening day against the White Sox on the road. And yes, I am using classic stuff, hitting stuff and pitching stuff, because at 1, I'm not good at the game, and 2, I don't want my input, good or bad, to affect the game as much. So we're going to rely on our overalls, and using these classic settings is what I've found to be the most accurate depiction of how the players actually play in terms of their overalls without my input. So that's what we're using. Although that's a late swing, that's on me. That's the only thing that kind of affects it, is the late timing by me. He's throwing a lot of sliders and cutters, so I'm going to go cutter again. That time he goes down low with a slider. He had been throwing all up in the zone, and he got me. Camilo Duvall, one of my favorite players in baseball. And they pull him. They bring in, who that was? I skipped. Ryan Walker. Ryan Walker comes in to replace Camilo Duvall. At least he throws a fastball. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? That was a joke of a swing right there. Absolutely unnecessary for me to swing that. What am I doing? Okay. That one's going to be good, though. No, it's not. That was good timing. Slider in the zone. Just didn't get enough pop on it. All right. Couldn't do anything with the situation we were in. And we end up losing to the Giants 5-4. Okay. No home runs in the game, it looks like, from either team. We went up 2-1 in the first and couldn't hold on. All right, let's get to... Oh, Carter Keyboom has sustained a shin contusion. He's out for a few days. Another time to scout. We're 7-13. The A's are 11-10. What alternate universe are we in right now? Okay. So Nick Good, he's at 70% scouted. He looks like he's going to actually have a pretty solid bat. This is my guy right here. We pick... Where do we pick at? Hold on. I know we picked number 2, but I want to see our second round. So this guy, James Ragsdale from Oregon, he's a pitcher. He was the number 2 player on the board. He doesn't actually look as good as he initially did. We pick at number 43 in the second round. Is there a way that Nick Good survives to the second round? I doubt it, right? There's no way. Brian Zavala, I mean, he still looks pretty solid, but he's not like first overall pick material, at least not for me. Felix Cordero, I kind of want to scout him a little bit. Keith Westbrook, he also looks pretty good with a bat. Robert Ziegler doesn't look that good. Ooh, but Kirk Early does. Another Canadian. Eduardo Camacho, he's 5'9". Johnny Carey. The prospects don't look amazing in this first draft. Muhammad Wilson, Danny Perez. Ooh, Danny Perez has got some decent stuff right out the gates, but I doubt that's actually how he looks. We'll keep it moving. We will keep it moving. I think I'm going to use... I'm going to put... I think Keith Westbrook's probably next up that I want to scout. Let's scout Keith Westbrook a little bit. I want to get Nick Good to 100% just to absolutely figure out how good he is. And then cancel this scouting assignment. So our third guy is good at pitchers, so we'll just scout a pitcher for him. We could scout Robert Ziegler. Starting pitchers. Kirk Early we looked at. Muhammad Wilson. Danny Perez. Danny Perez I looked at, right? Yeah, Danny Perez, I kind of want to get him scouted a little bit more. So we'll advance. We've got 83 days till the draft. We will keep moving on, but Trout is on second. We're down by 1 in the bottom of the 10th. Jorge Soler has a chance to tie. I mean, we got to try, right? Here we go. Soler at the plate. Nobody out. Bottom 10. Camilo Duvall back up. Oops, I didn't mean to. No, I don't need to know how to bunt. I know how to bunt. And Soler gets a piece of it. Left field. Oh, my God, Soler. I thought for sure that was going to go over the wall. That's why I didn't send Trout. I probably should have. That would have tied the game. At least we take away a double play opportunity, but Jorge Soler delivers a double. I also thought that the catcher or the left fielder was going to be able to get that catch. That's a crazy hit, though, and Moncada delivers, and he's going to give us the walk-off. Go, Soler! Go! 45 speed! He's safe, and the Angels win! Yoan Moncada with the walk-off. Oh, that's huge. Bottom 10. All it took was 2 swings of the bat. Oh, look at the boys. Look at the boys. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yoan Moncada didn't get a very good piece of that. He kind of just dirted it at the third base line. But it gets past the third baseman. I'm assuming that's, what, Matt Chapman? I don't know exactly who that is, but the boys are hyped. And we get a win in walk-off fashion. My first time jumping into a game and actually being effective. Feels nice. Schonnel and Moncada hit a home run, and Moncada got the walk-off. So Yoan Moncada's having a good season, it looks like. At least every time we jump in. Now we take on the Pirates, who are also just tragically bad. George Klassen has dislocated, or Klassen? I don't know. Dislocated his shoulder. He's out for 2 to 3 months. We'll put him on the 60-day. That's unfortunate. The Trash Pandas need a new pitcher now. Broken shin for David Calabrese. Okay, we're starting to get a few injuries that are a little bit unfortunate for our minor league system. Jose Quijada has come in against the Twins, up 3-2, bottom 7, bases loaded, 2 outs. I'm going to try my best. Okay, we just need 1 out. Let's go, Jose. Just got to get 1 singular out, and we will be good to go. The City Connects for the Twins are fine. I don't like them that much, but they're okay. I've seen worse. We do get the out, though. Grounder to shortstop. So we get out of the danger there with the bases loaded, and we hold on for the victory. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Huge W's. W's in chat. That's big. Mickey Moniak actually hit a home run in the game. Kyle Hendricks had 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 strikeouts. Rengifo hit another home run. All right, so we win against the Twins. We lose against the Twins. We're 10-16. It looks like the A's have also fell back down to earth. We got another scouting. We get Nick Good up to 100%. His bat has kind of fallen off from future scouting, but he still looks better than most prospects I've seen. I like Nick Good a lot. I'm not going to take him in the first round. So he's probably going to be gone by the time we get to him, which is unfortunate. And then Keith Westbrook, his bat's starting to fall off a little bit, but his potential seems to be pretty good. So maybe we could take him just based on potential alone. And Danny Perez, we don't know a lot about. We're only at 20% on him. Nick Good, I like him, but I just don't like him second overall. What about somebody else? We should probably scout Felix Cordero, right? Because we're going to have to take somebody. Number 2 overall, we got to figure out who that is. This guy's got no bat whatsoever. At right field, you got no bat, no power? I got to know more about him. Joaquin Bonilla. Bobby Bonilla? We're going to scout those guys. Keep moving on. Finish up the month of April right here with a jump-in situation. We are down by 1 in the top of the 8th. 1 out. Runners on second and first. Shawno's at the plate. Matt Brash is on the mound, and I'm going to try to get the lead back. Okay, Nolan, let's try to get your swing here and get the lead back for the Angels. We are on the road in Seattle. First pitch swinging, and that's a double play to end the inning. That is unfortunate. Oops. Probably shouldn't be first pitch swinging. I know it worked out for me that last time. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I know it worked out for me that last time, but should not really be doing anything like that. Ooh, Trout's at the plate. You know what? I'll jump in for Trout. But they're bringing Andres Munoz. They are. Top of the 9th, Mike Trout. First time I've swung with him in this series. We haven't had a moment with him yet. Nope, not first pitch swinging on that. I learned my lesson. Maybe once. Come on, Trout. Show some of that magic. Show some of that Michael Fishman magic. Take a hit. Oh, you got to lean into that, big dog. You got some muscle. You can take that hit. Oh my God, he blew that by me. I was not sitting 100 miles an hour on a fastball down the middle. That's crazy. I was not prepared for that. I was prepared for that one, though, and unfortunately, I only chop it to the catcher. Of course, the one I was prepared for is the one I suck at. All right, that didn't go very well. And we lose the ball game 3-2. Unfortunato. But that's okay. I mean, it's all for the best, right? We're supposed to be bad this first year. Detmers did not play well. It's okay. Not a big deal. And that ends the month of April. We move to May in the next, well, not in the next episode, in the next simulation here. So it looks like April was a tough month for a AA pitcher. It was a tough month for a AAA pitcher. So our pitching staff in the minor leagues not doing very well. But Anthony Mulrine hit .320 and drove in 17 runs in AA. Tucker Flint had a big season, or a big month in AAA, .330. Strong month of April. Samuel Aldegri? I don't know how to say his name. But he had a 1.48, so maybe he gets called up. Who knows? Maybe he gets called up. How's Caden Dana playing? He's growing. That's good to see. So his AAA stats, he's 0-3 in 28 innings in 6 games, 6 appearances. He's allowed 17 earned runs. He's getting shelled. Okay, Caden. Okay. I was hoping that you might have a chance at the big leagues this year, but not with those numbers. Here's Samuel Aldegari. He's from Italy, so I struggle to pronounce his name. He's 4-0, 2.81. He's killing it. He is absolutely killing it. We're going to keep him down here, but if he continues to dominate, he might get called up. There's no way he can be worse than anybody else we've got up here. So Kikuchi sucks, but we knew that. He's going to get moved. Tyler Anderson also sucks, but he's got a 1.89. He's pitched in 38 innings. I mean, out of everybody here, he's probably the best one. Soriano's got a high ERA. Then Reed Detmers, we knew. Oh, God, Reed. Oh, God. Oh, God. You're just not going to be a good player, are you? And then you got Kyle Hendricks, who's just not very good either. Yeah, we don't got a lot to look forward to with the pitching. How's Ben Joyce doing? Not horrible, not great either. What about Ohapi? Ohapi has a 292, so he's almost a 300. So he's a little bit low league minimum, or league average, I guess. Not doing amazing, but he is hot right now, so that's good. Shonel, every time we simulated in like a jump in, he's done pretty well. So, and he's growing, he's up to a 70. All right, we'll see where Shonel takes us. Maybe he can develop. Rengifo has 2 home runs. The only 2 home runs he's hit has been the ones we've jumped into. That's kind of hilarious. Yoan Moncada, he had the walk-off. He's got 7 home runs. He's increasing his trade value, if nothing else. Zach Neto, the young man, how's he doing? He's hitting 170. He's struggling at the plate. Okay. But he's 24. What about Taylor Ward? Not doing very well. Joe Adell, and then Trouty boy, he's regressing. This is not good. We need you to stay healthy, and we need you to not regress. No, I'm in trouble, aren't I? All right, we got Kenley Jansen. I'm not going to jump into this one because I want to get to the next scouting day. But we do win the game. That's nice. And we take 2 of 3 so far against the Tigers, who are actually pretty decent this year, at least so far. Okay. So we finished up scouting Keith Westbrook. He actually doesn't look bad. He's not number 2 overall pick worthy. But if we were like in the middle of the first round, I'd certainly consider him. He's got decent potential too. And then Joaquin Bonilla, we need to figure out that potential. That's a large range for his potential. Gotta get that a little bit closer together. Looks like he's gonna have a decent bat in terms of contact, and he's gonna be pretty fast. He's gonna be a weird player. And then we don't really know much about Danny Perez still. He's still very, very low. It's taking a long time to scout this guy, mainly because this Frank Kroger guy's not good at scouting pitchers. But we're going to take Keith Westbrook out. I don't know who I'm going to take with this 2nd overall pick, man. I just don't know. I don't think it could be Nick Good, but I don't think Nick Good makes it to round number 2. Somebody's going to take him. Is Eduardo Camacho? Do I want to take Eduardo Camacho? Maybe. Fernando Nunez. I need another guy that's got a big time power bat. And it could be Isley. I don't know how to say his name. I don't want to take him just because of that. He could be a nice power catcher. I don't know where to go. Let's scout the catcher. He's another catcher. We scout. I think the Keith Westbrook dude was a catcher too. We'll keep scouting Joaquin Bonilla and keep scouting Danny Perez. We got to figure out what we're going to go pretty soon. I think we'll go another... Travis Snow gets hurt. That's great. I think we'll go another week. So we'll finish up this week of simulation. Let's hold on for the win there, hopefully. Detmers hurts his hand, I think that was. Kingery's injured. Detmers is back. Yoan Moncada tore his MCL and has tanked his value. Wow. Wow. Yoan Moncada no longer going to be traded at the deadline. Kevin Newman will come in to fill his spot. That's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Torn MCL for Yoan Moncada. And he was actually playing really good baseball. He's had 10 home runs, 26 driven in, 299, 581 slug. Like he was hitting, for him, he was hitting pretty well. And he gets a torn MCL. He can't be traded, so he will be on our team next year. That blows. That's a tough one right there. Tyler Anderson 1 to 2 weeks. So then, okay, we're starting to get a few injuries that are not ideal. We're back to another scouting day. We get Bonilla up to 75%. His bat's starting to cool off a little bit here. I don't know who I want to take. Perez, his power looks like it could fall off into the above average range. We'll keep him scouting. I want to know a little bit more. And then Danny Perez. I mean, Danny Perez doesn't look bad. but we're only at 50% on him. I'll keep these 3 guys as the guys, and I will advance past the series with the Orioles, and that is where we will end it. So next episode, we will go into the draft, most likely. Actually, no, not the draft. We will wrap up the month of May and all of June, and probably even maybe make a couple of trades, our first trades of the year. Because there is one guy, I want to leave you on a little bit of a cliffhanger. There is one guy that I have been wanting on my series for a while, but I've never pulled the trigger on it, and it is this man right here, James Wood. He's a freak in real life, and he's having not a great start to the year. He's growing in overall, which is good, but 6 home runs, hitting .226. He's probably a little bit cold. I'd love to bring him to LA, but we'd have to give up Soriano, Taylor Ward, and Nelson Rada. I'm sure we can find a combination of players other than that to give up. We're not going to give up Soriano right now. I would be willing to give up Reed Demers, that's for sure. They need a pitcher, another pitcher to add to their roster, so they could take Reed Detmers. They could take Ryan Noda, maybe. We can't trade Kevin Newman. He's playing third now. Let's see. J.D. Davis, maybe. Carter Keyboom. Zach Neto, can't get rid of him. Taylor Ward. We don't really have anybody to play left field, do we? How do I get him on the squad? James Wood. It's going to be tricky to find the combination of players that I can trade to get James Wood on the squad. I know that I want him. So I'll leave you on that little bit of a cliffhanger. That James Wood could be coming to Los Angeles in the very near future. But that is going to do it for this episode. We suffered a lot of downfalls here in the first episode of the season. We're 15-24. We suffered a big injury with Yohan Moncada, which means we can't trade him at the deadline. We suck as well, and I don't know where I'm going to go with the second overall pick in the draft. So you do not want to miss the next couple episodes because it's going to get kind of crazy trying to figure out what's going to happen. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching, though. I appreciate it that you stopped by. It means a lot to me. If you liked the video, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.